Hello, everyone. So, 2022 certainly has been quite a year for Sonic the Hedgehog, and perhaps one of his best years ever. And it all began on April 8th when the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie came out. The movie was extremely successful at the box office, bringing in $402.7 million and becoming the most successful video game movie in the United States and the fourth highest in the world. The movie introduced a lot of new people into the world of Sonic the Hedgehog, which has led to his continued success throughout the year. As for the movie itself, I honestly thought it was one of the best movies, if not the best movie I've ever watched, especially due to the fact that the plot was so good, the animation was really good, the design of the characters were really good. Everything about it made it perhaps my favorite movie I have ever watched. Just a few days after the movie came out, on April 13th, came a new game called Sonic Speed Simulator, where you can be Rouge, Amy, Knuckles, Tails, or Sonic, or many other characters. And the purpose of this game on Roblox is pretty simple. You basically just run around and you do different quests that they have each week, and you try to level up, continue to get faster and faster with your speed by collecting various things. They have all sorts of, every week there's a new update where you can get new skins, new characters, and you can interact with other players and really just run around and really pretend to be just like Sonic. Because it's a really big open world design. There's several different levels, and it's really fun. You can just run around, and really, I think it's a really fun game. On June 23rd came another very important game, which is Sonic Origins. Now, this game is basically a combination and remaster of the original Sonic games, Sonic 1, 2, 3, and CD, and quickly became quite popular right after its release, all based on the 2D designs. So on Metacritic, for example, it had a 73 and a user score of 4.4, but the 73 is kind of mixed reviews on here. There's good reviews, there's bad reviews, but it seemed like a really good game. Like, for example, Sonic Origins, essential collection not only for any franchise fan, but with any current or latest generation hardware for anyone, blah blah blah. And Sonic Origins, it's a good way to experience the original Sonic games. Kind of reviews along those lines, but it is really a very fun game to play. I absolutely love playing it. I mean, it brings back kind of memories of like the original Sonic games. It's a little bit different because it's been remastered, but overall, I mean, I think it's quite a bit of fun to play, and it's certainly most Sonic fans really like the game, but it was a lot of fun to play. And then on November 8th, we got the big one, Sonic Frontiers, a completely different design of what any other Sonic game has ever been. The idea of an open world design, being able to explore 5 different islands. It's a completely different type of game than what anyone is ever used to, and it's immediately brought with a lot of success. I mean, just looking, for example, on Metacritic at the scores, Meta score of 75 and a user score of 8.6, which is both really good. And like some of the reviews here say this game is amazing, the soundtrack is just incredible, Sonic is alive again, Sonic Frontiers is action-packed, high-octane, it provides a path forward for a new era of Sonic games, and I mean the list goes on and on. A lot of really good reviews. And I mean, I completely agree with every one of them. This potentially could be one of the best Sonic games of all time. If you look at, for example, the overall in the first month of sales, it's already surpassed 2.5 million units sold in just over a month. That easily surpasses many previous games like Mania, Generations, and a lot of other ones. In its first month, it's being this successful. Is really showing a really good sign for the future of Sonic. And I mean, Sonic Frontiers is probably one of my favorite games. It is so much fun, just action-packed adventure. Everything to do with like the combat is just so incredible. All these different unique enemies that you can choose from. The story is mostly good. I mean, there's some points along the line, but it's generally a good story. I really like that you can explore around. There's just so much to explore because 5 islands, it's really big. And of course, you know, you can level Sonic up, improve him, make it a little bit better. But I mean, overall, Sonic Frontiers is a really good game, and it kind of sets a new standard for Sonic, where this open world design, like they've even talked about the future games, they plan to use open world design. And open world design is a much better type of way of doing it. And it's just been a really good game, and a lot of people are happy with it. But yeah, it has turned out to be a really one of the best Sonic games for sure. And I really like the game. So the question is after that, what could they do to improve beyond that? Well, your answer is Sonic Prime on December 15th. And when it came out, uh, myself, along with most other hardcore Sonic fans, immediately went on Netflix and binge watched the first 8 episodes. And I was very impressed, and I think a lot of people were, with the plot of the show, the design of the characters, like the voice acting. I mean, like Devin Mack, for example, he did an absolutely outstanding job. And I mean everything about it. I really liked how Sonic was designed, and everything about it was a great, perhaps one of the best Sonic television shows ever. And then each show is only about 20 minutes, so it just like many Netflix shows, they set it all up where there's a bit of a cliffhanger at the end of each episode, and you get to the 8th episode, and at the end of the 8th episode, there is quite a significant cliffhanger at the end. But there was only 8 episodes. There still is more episodes, so we're very excited to see how that continues out. But overall, Sonic Prime was a really good Sonic television show. So at the end of 2022, looking at everything that happened with Sonic, from the movie to Sonic Speed Simulator, to Sonic Origins, to the incredible success of Sonic Frontiers, and now even Sonic Prime is doing pretty well. It's been a really good year for Sonic, and I think that everything combined, it's probably one of Sonic's best years. When you look at 2023, there's really not much, and I don't think that 2023 can come anywhere near the success that Sonic has had this year. Basically, when you look at 2023, there's not too much big stuff going on or stuff that we know much about. Basically, just a quick rundown of what's going to be going on in 2023 with Sonic. In 2023, Sonic Speed Simulator is probably going to be on a bit of a decline unless they can get like new characters like Shadow and find other ways to get people to continue to be interested in the game. Sonic Prime only had the first 8 episodes, so there's 16 more episodes we can look forward to. Maybe they'll even expand that to another season. The Knuckles television show is going to come out in 2023. We really don't know nothing about that. Hopefully, we'll start finding out information soon. There's a mobile game in development. We don't know much about that. Eventually, there's going to be some information maybe about the next mainline Sonic game, Sonic Frontiers 2, or whatever that's going to be called. And potentially we could start to get a few more leaks and ideas about what's going to go on in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And looking even further out, if you go to 2024, again, more stuff about the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie and eventually when that comes out, but that is still a very long time away. Overall, 2022 has been a successful year for Sonic, and I expect his success to continue into 2023 and 2024. And the future of Sonic is looking really good, and I'm very excited to see what happens next with Sonic. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and remember, you gotta go fast.